learn.
Hey, you can actually compare how that is to a lot of big
Politics means a lot more. I'm showbiz,
The same is
it's on, boy. It's fresh, it's new, it's hot, boy. Hot topics, stimulate.
So if the breakup is mutual, obviously you should not have a broken heart. Like you can't use that experience on your level in relation to academia. You have made it such that it's a true and core system.
After the class, I'm going to give you that.
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone, talk a lot in the friend zone.
Hello, you're welcome to the pilot episode of FrieNdsZoNe. Hey, yo, of what? It's not like I don't know. I just want people to say some of what.
Yeah, friend zone, straight.
Yes, and in this space, we are comfortable. We are friends who just discuss issues that cross our minds. We talk our mind. We speak our mind. We say what's upon our hearts. And these issues or topics are things that everyone thinks about. We think about it. I know. We all think about it. And we're just going to be discussing it, having fun. We play games. And mind you, you can share your personal experiences with us in the comment section because we want to know what you think too. I'll be talking plates. If you don't know who I am. My name is Teresa Marie.
Are you sure?
Please. That's what I want to say. I'm Teresa Marie. And my friends here also introduce themselves.
I'm Priska.
Chinaza.
The only Nigerian amongst us.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, we are doing that.
Chinaza.
Yes, it's all my fans. I'm EL. Those who are yet to be my fans, I'm EL.
Yeah, and then I'm Eben. Yeah, popularly known as Afro Boss.
AKA
Daddy
Boss.
Yes. And so today, actually, every episode is going to be a random pick out from this FrieNdsZoNe box. Today, someone will pick a topic and then we'll randomly discuss it because,
I want to be the one to pick it.
Okay, just push the box.
Yeah.
Nice topic.
I just hope the one I'll pick we can be able to discuss. This one doesn't look nice.
Orange. I like orange.
I like orange.
I like green.
No,
Ladies first.
Yeah?
You've been in trouble here.
Wow. Today's topic, we'll get a lot of comments. So. Can you guess? Okay.
No,
Guess.
I want it to be on
Education.
food.
Education.
Yeah.
With school. Yeah.
You realize?
Because I'm passionate about those things. When it comes to school and all that, very passionate. So I guess it's about school. Yeah.
So this is like, it's something that is trending. Some fights where you did Parliament House. Okay, so the topic
What's
is do you think politicians really care?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Especially about you.
Why? Is it because we just finished elections?
I'm very sure.
Interesting.
It's not come like this time, so when you finish, we'll come and arrest you.
Oh no, this time we are entitled to our own views.
Okay, yes.
We're in a democratic world.
As I said, we are sharing what's upon our hearts. So
Exactly.
True.
Talk your mind.
So who is going to start? Do politicians care about you? Do politicians, in other words, do politicians really care? Or
About you.
about me?
Yes, because they are in for you. So do they care about you?
Do they care about me? Do
About
politicians?
you.
Okay, so let
Considering
me
their
start.
manifestos and their action plan, do they really care about
Okay, so let me start.
you? Okay.
we are listening.
Do politicians really care about me? Oh, the answer is no.
Oh, I see.
Politicians don't. In fact, generally, politicians don't care. It's not like only me. You understand?
Don't care about
Politicians. The truth is, politicians don't care.
Why?
Yes. You see, they care. They're supposed to care. You see, they're supposed to care when they are having their campaign and all that. That's when they're supposed to care. So they do things. If it's an MP, he will try to do things for his constituency, trying to buy bag of rice. You understand? Bag of rice for the people and all that. So that when they come into power, they now do what pleases them. You understand? They now work towards filling their pockets. They now work for their families, taking their children and their daughters outside the country.
Who goes into a business without expecting profit?
Exactly.
They spend money to do the campaign and those things. So definitely they have
at
to
least
get
they should balance it. You see, the thing is like they are coming. Okay, me from how I see it, it's like they are coming to fill their pockets because it's like a business, an investment. You put in little, and obviously you expect much more. So during the campaign, they are putting in what they have, and when they come, they are coming to take it back. So in their how do I say, their passion for taking back what they put in, they tend to neglect most of the needs of the people. That's how I feel. Because
I think you are wrong because it looks like
Wrong
they
in what
don't
sense?
care, but they actually care. Let's say in this instance, you are a leader, okay, a political leader for that matter, and we are in a country. Let's take Ghana for instance. Ghana is sort of like a country that we are not thinking about the progress of the nation. We are thinking about what my party will come and do. So assuming you come and then a different party had left and I am a current party, I come in power, then I realize that the previous party, they left so much debt on the ground. I will not come and face my people and say there is debt crying on their shoulders. You get it? As a leader, I have to face that problem, deal with that issue. But the people do not see what's actually happening in the background. Do you get it? So now when I use that resources, that 2 years, that 3 years, to complete the debt of what happened or some issues that had to be resolved, now it's left with 1 year. The people are there saying that I have come in power and I'm chopping their money or I'm spending their money. But in actual fact, I'm actually dealing with issues that if I don't, the effects in 3 years to come, 4 years to come will affect the nation as a whole. So what do you think about that?
How many times are people actually clearing debts? Because from the look of things, it's like when everyone comes, there's debt, but they just borrow more to do what they want to do. Like it's true that there's debt because like we know, but you are saying that maybe they'll be using their 3 years or like a portion of their time to clear the debt. I don't think it's true. I don't think they clear the debt. I think they just come and add more debt.
Okay, this is it. Okay, so I came and I have to ensure that these 2 pillows, okay, these 2 pillows are looking more beautiful than they came. But I realized that another portion of the pillow, maybe a stone, you don't see this side that's a stone. But you expect that I'm supposed to make this one beautiful. I'm working on this at the same time, working on this because as a leader, you see, you have to be progressive as a leader. And you have to be able to be in a position where you are taking care of other people's errors in as much as you're also making things right. So it's like pressure is on top there. And another thing I've got to realize about leadership is that there's something about power. You see, if you are not in that position, what happens to our social studies we learn to school? Why are leaders doing this? Why? We all learn social studies, and we're all angry at our leaders that, why don't they learn social studies in school? But they tend to get there, and then now they do something. You get it? It's because there's something with power. There's something that comes with power, and I think probably something that politicians should check is their character on how they can be able to handle the power. Because I think the power does something and it makes you forget.
I don't know. Sometimes we shouldn't just always focus on the negative part. There are actually instances where a lot of politicians are doing really great. Okay, so let me talk for what's about.
When the politicians are doing
really great.
I read on something. I read on something. So in Nigeria, they actually do like governors. So like Ghana is MPs, so maybe Kumasi is ruled by a governor. So for one of the states, there was a time where a governor came in, and then for many years, the road has been bad. Like, the place was like very bushy, like a village. Okay. But right now, if you go to that area, it's so nice. You can actually compare how that place looks to a lot of big cities. And this is something he personally did for that place. But what happened was the other governors from the different states decided to take him out. So for like currently he's not like a governor anymore, but he did a lot of things. But then the people around his place who not vote to still keep him in. So people are doing things, but then people just look at the negative.
Not to cut you, but I think I side with you on that. There is one MP, the former MP, the one who is now the second Speaker of Parliament. He also did so much work in his country. So that for the first time, an independent candidate can become the Speaker, the second Speaker of Parliament. Yeah. I think some are really working.
Oh yeah,
I agree. Some are working.
True, some are working. But you see, let me tell you something. In my area, when it was getting to the election last year, 2020, yeah, there's this flat that the road was very bad. So comparing that road to the main road was better than that road. You see, the road in the flat and all that. Now it happened that I heard that the president was coming to the place. And he was coming there to come and campaign and all that. And in less than 1 week? In less than 1 week or so, the road was tarred.
Wow.
That's serious. So looking at this, what does that tell you?
So that means it's possible to actually fix the road.
No. Yes, looking at what that. You see, they are playing with your minds. You see, they are playing with our minds, you understand? Because why is it that you've been in office for about 3.5 years, over 3.5 years? You never did anything like that. But then when the president was coming to the place, that one you got to know, say, you are supposed to start the road and all that. And I'm coming. And the road was way better than the main road. And the way they start the road is serious. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Politicians not they play with your minds. They play with your mind. You understand?
Sometimes it's
man play,
like
man
having a visitor or someone
politicians cannot.
They cannot.
Oh, but relax.
Politicians cannot.
Just conclude like that.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
You have a visitor or you're getting a very important guest in your house. Sometimes it's not like the resources were there, you just didn't want to use them. Is that someone important is coming to your house, so you have to put your house in order. So sometimes you are scraping the little you have. Maybe that's not the case for your area, but sometimes you are scraping the little you have so that you can make the place nice for the person coming, because it's the president.
I guess that's right. We really serve the best.
The president didn't use that road.
But listen,
I'm coming. The president didn't use that road. He used the main. It's not like he used the road in a flat.
So I think the person
so because the president is coming.
The person is a hypocrite.
Yes.
Like
Most politicians.
Okay,
Yes,
but
most
what
politicians.
from the angle that at the end of the day, the road has been fixed. So
Yes,
in next
yes,
years to come, the road is
Yes, the road has been fixed, true. But what was done by that presidential candidate or MP or whatsoever you call the person in that area, it implies something.
what is it?
It has implications.
Which is
Man, you just play with
see
your
right now
mind.
you met I'm coming so fix it.
Fair enough.
so that the people will be happy.
Fair enough. But then you see, it was getting to election time. You understand? That's it. So why is it that all these years you never did it? But then getting to election time, that's when you've now realized that you are supposed to.
But have we talked about this?
Mind
It's
play.
progress.
Just play with our mind.
Is progress only limited to fixing up
roads. I was going to say.
Oh yeah, true.
We are focusing on roads and all examples are
Yeah,
roads.
every time that's what we talk about.
It's not like
On the road.
No, I'm talking from what I've seen. You
And that's
understand?
only roads.
Yes, roads. I'm talking for what I've seen. So there are other things that maybe personally I've not seen, but I know that there are a lot of things. You understand? But I'm talking from what I've seen, and that's I saw road. You understand? So I'm talking for the road. The way they tar the road is serious. It's serious. And then my point is that it was getting to election time. You understand? Some few weeks to election, and then they now tar the road. Like you see, on a normal day, it might take a longer period for them to tar roads and all that, you understand? But then because it was getting to election period and all that, because the president was coming and all, it took a very short time for them to tar the road.
Do you know something?
So let's talk
And
about
that's
other
also-
things, because the roads.
Do you know something? It's
just
not like
one aspect.
It's just one aspect. But then that aspect should tell you something about them.
okay.
You understand?
It's okay. It's not like I'm siding
It's
this
just an aspect,
politician.
but
No, listen.
I'm telling you.
Listen, you to listen to me. It's not like I'm siding these politicians, but have
I'm
you
not siding them
considered
either.
like if these politicians don't really care, okay, then I think the economy would have been bad than it is now. What about the fact that
Wait,
they
so
are?
this one is not bad.
It would have been bad. I don't say it would have been worse than it is now. You get it? It would have been worse. Let's look at the what they do, like the kind of welfare that sorry, let me rephrase my statement. Let's look at the kind of
As
underground work that they do in relation to the welfare of people in the country. Have you also considered that? Have you asked that? Have you asked any politician? You see, most of the time, if they are giving their manifestos and all that, because Ghanaians want to hear roads, schools, they tend to mention that. But truth is that when they come as people, they know the needs of the country, their people. What if their needs are not needs? But then their needs are certain basic amenities. No, not amenities. Amenities are roads and all that. But their needs are certain basic things that they need. Let's say.
We all know the basic needs of life. Food, water, and clothing. Yes. So are you trying to tell me that the politicians don't
They give us
they know. They give some give clothing.
Yes.
You see,
that's the
school
thing.
feeding projects and all that. What about that one? And what
Yeah,
about
it's all bad.
you see people always say that the rich are wicked. The rich don't like giving. The rich are proud and all that. But have you considered a number of rich people who also give to the poor that we don't know about?
That's the thing. People do things, but we don't know. We are here talking
So
about
there's
real
people.
but people are doing
But you
that
see,
thing.
generally, the thing is, generally, politicians don't care. Politicians don't care about you.
But what's your basis of they don't care about
Yeah,
us?
you
That's
can't
what
just-
I'm
That's the reasons I'm giving you.
The only reason-
Politicians
the
don't-
only
They
reason
did the road.
They did it.
They
No,
did
but
it.
look at how fast they did it. How long
I'm
will
saying,
it
I'm
last?
saying, see, they did it, but the implication
how
of
long
what they've
will it
done.
last?
No, see, there is true that they've tarred the road, they've done everything. Talking with respect to the road, you see, they've done it and all that. But then the implication of what they've done at the time they did it.
Okay, so I think per my conclusion, it's not like politicians don't really care, but then let's say with respect to responsibilities, they don't discharge their responsibilities as expected. I think we can use that.
Yeah, because if they care, they would have started.
You see,
Friendzone. Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone. Talk a lot in the friend zone.
Remove. Okay, so I'm not just telling them to tar road too. That's what I'm saying.
so what are you saying?
I'm saying that the time at which they execute their responsibility, the time at which they discharge their responsibilities, that clearly shows that they don't care about you. You understand? That's my point.
Okay, so if
You
that's
see,
your point,
that's my
I
point.
think that you are just coming from the African system of
course.
Example like Ghana and the likes. But then what about the European
Yeah,
system
because
of governance?
you can't compare Africa to you cannot.
Okay, yeah, I cannot. I'm not comparing it though, but Africa can also develop to get to that point. And I think that with the European system of governance, their politicians, it's not a matter of they caring or they not caring, but it's a matter of they making the systems flexible for the individuals in the country to also use the system for their advantage. Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that as African system or as Ghanaians, we are supposed to put the politicians on their toes. Why? By knowing what we know. Hey, sorry. Let's say knowing what we know. What do you know? I know, right? By knowing what we like.
Talk to us.
No, it is you that you were trying to say
Talk to
something
us.
else that does not make sense to my hearing.
Are you getting convinced?
Yeah.
Are you getting convinced?
Not at all.
Because
I'm entitled to opinion. You
Okay,
cannot-
so what I was
Sorry,
saying is that
you cannot.
if the members in the country know what they are for, know what they want, then they will put the politicians on their toes to actually do the work they have to do. Because whether they care or they don't care, the thing is that the work has to be done. It's not a matter of they care or they not
Actually, and
care.
on the topic of
You're entitled
what
to
you
opinion.
want, on the topic of
You
what
also
you want
entitled
and what
to
you know,
opinion.
I think over here we focus on tangible development more than intangible development.
True.
Yes,
True.
because
True. That's-
like even if you look at the trend of the conversations, like everyone is talking about buildings, roads,
Exactly.
especially roads.
Yeah, he's talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm talking from what I've
Yes,
seen.
we are not talking about opportunities that the government has created for us. And the truth is, maybe if you want to look at it on the basis of ratio, it may not be so huge. Let's say if maybe the ratio is out of 10, maybe the opportunities may be a 2 out of 10, but they are still doing something. And that's the little they can do to also show that they care. And the truth is, it's a business. The person came in with something, as I said earlier, he can't go in with less than what he came in with. So as they are trying to satisfy themselves, they're trying to do the best they can for us as well. But me, and whether they care or not, they should do.
Me, and I think
The negatives outweigh the positives.
See.
Yes.
See,
On what
see.
skill?
On what skill?
See, you don't have a point. What I want us to come to is that whether they care or they don't care, like it's not politicians their responsibility to care. their responsibility is supposed to do the work.
Exactly.
So if they're not doing the work, we cannot conclude that they care or they don't care. Because we want to base on this point that they care or they don't. But what's the basis? That the teacher has to care about you to teach you. The teacher is being paid to be taught. You get it. So it's not about they care or don't. So don't conclude that I don't care.
I think we just enjoy being.
See, the teachers who do extra
there are some kind of
not
work.
because they want.
See, what is business? Let me tell you something. What is business? Business is meeting the needs of people at a cost.
Exactly.
You understand? You are meeting the needs of the people. Why is it that the European countries and all those
I think for the mindset of the people.
Let me tell you something. The politicians there, the people who are in charge of the monetary policy of those countries. You understand? Look at presidents and all that. These are people whose hearts are in the nation. Have you listened to them? I've listened to federal. I've listened to 10. How do you even call it? People who are in charge of the monetary policy.
It's the mindset.
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone.
I think we've been talking too much. Let's play a game. Like the air is very heavy.
I'm bored.
Let me.
I cannot skate.
We are very professional. This year is a year of influence. We need to influence the world with our talent. And so we are coming for you. You are watching me. Smash the subscribe button and like it, comment.
Well, welcome back from the short break or long break. Welcome back from the break. We will be playing a little game because I look at everyone's face. Everyone looks so. What are you looking at? Say like, everyone looks so tense. So we're playing a little game to lighten up the air. Yes, and let me get the cards for the game. Okay. I think we have 3 games or 3 things here. You should.
I'm supposed to choose one. Oh.
No, take us randomly.
Oh, okay.
Randomly. I think it's a game where we'll ask, you ask some questions and we'll give an answer. So what we think about it.
All right. I can see.
Just hope he understands. Otherwise, you say cannot.
I can see something like game time. Yeah, game time. So I should pick one and then
Yes.
I'll mention. Okay, so I'll pick this
But
one.
eventually we'll do all. So you can
all.
Yeah, I'll pick the middle. Okay, so let's see what you have there. Wow. What is all this? So I should read.
read it. We know the question.
I should draw it.
Sorry.
Okay, so couples. We are talking about couples here. Number 1, pretty cook or pretty and cook. Protective guy into bracket jealous. Then the other one is indifferent guy. I don't know what you are talking about.
Let me see.
I don't know.
I
don't know what
Okay.
talking about.
It's not like
So if you could explain for
So
us.
I think this question is to ask, like, if you're entering a relationship, would you prefer? Obviously, like, you're a guy, so they can't ask you about boys. So pretty cook, like a girl who is okay looking and can really cook. And I think the prettier non-cook is like someone who's like very pretty.
Very beautiful.
She can cook.
And damsel.
A damsel
Cook.
who cooks not.
Cook not.
I guess not about the cooking.
She cares not. You know? Oh, nice one. Oh, okay, so I should start. Oh.
This question goes to
Only to me.
But we
Yeah,
can't
it's actually
choose.
Oh, I was intentional or something.
No.
I think have our own share.
Yeah, we'll have our own.
There's a section.
So pretty and cook and pretty cook. Oh.
Yeah. Pretty cook and prettier.
Pretty cook and prettier non-cook. I'll go for pretty cook.
Why?
As in a girl who
who's
she's that
pretty?
fine.
She's not
She's
that
That fine.
She can cook any food in this world.
But their food is not manageable.
But you
No,
don't
that's
show it to your friends.
Because you can't take that out.
Then she's not that pretty.
No.
Yeah, we didn't say she's that pretty. Like she's manageable.
Like
and
she's
she's
okay,
okay.
I mean, everybody, like, there's nobody who is like that bad. So she's in that category.
Yes, some people are that bad, but you know, this one is not that
She's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go for it.
Why? Any reason?
Is it that you
Because-
like food or what?
Oh no, because you see, now we have a lot of kind of saying, a lot of things you can do, a lot of things ladies can apply to their bodies and all that can make them beautiful.
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone.
Welcome back from the break, and please remind us of our topic again, because like we've been a little sidetracked.
Okay, it's an honor. Okay, so the topic was, do you think politicians care about you? So I think now we can.
Yeah, everyone should give their final remark, because this thing will not end.
So I think whether politicians care or they don't care, what we need them to do is to do their work. And I think most of students, when they're in school, it's not like they actually care about education, but then their parents have told them that you have to learn, you have to pass. So they actually pass. So you can actually do a work without caring about the work. But you can be prosperous in the work you are doing if your heart is into it. That's if you care. So I think politicians, they are not obliged to care, but I think that if they have the people at heart, they'll be effective in what they do, and then they'll make the system flexible for there to be a progressive level for whether European system, whether African system. Their level of development would at least be something to write home about. So I think that they should rather put their hearts in the work they are doing, care for the people as they said in their manifesto, and then they should effect their discharge their duties as expected.
Yeah. For me, I would say that for both parties, we should stop being emotional about this thing, because politicians are trying so hard to prove to us that they are working, and we the citizens, we are trying so hard to tell them that they are not doing anything for us. But I think we shouldn't just sit down there waiting for somebody to come and care for you. And if you're expecting somebody to care for you, know what you are expecting from the person. If like what I want the government to do for me, I'm not stating it, and somebody is coming to read manifesto to me and tell me you do one damn one this one, it doesn't do anything for me. So I don't need that. So if I can put such a person in power, definitely nothing will be done for me. So at the end of the day, you see that the government is not doing anything for you. So say what you want and then go for what you want. Don't come and put somebody in power and expect the person to magically know your heart. Yeah, so I wouldn't say they don't care. I wouldn't say they care too. So everybody, let's do what we have to do.
We have to do that.
Daddy.
Yeah. So me, I would say that they don't care. Yeah. So as individuals and as citizens in the country, you are supposed to go in for what you want and not depend on the government to do anything for you, because the government is not going to make you rich. You are supposed to find ways and means to make yourself rich. You understand? So the politicians don't care.
Okay, the way you guys have passionately spoken about this, does any of you want to be a politician?
I do.
Politician.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why you're defending them like.
Not that I'm defending them, but then that's the truth.
Okay.
I was not trying to be biased, but then stating from the
Who else?
Media, I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's me.
I don't
He
think
can't. He
gets not. He gets not.
What's wrong with that?
Because he knows if he goes there, he'll do the same thing.
It's true. So I think maybe we should pick a next topic of discussion or something. No?
For the
Next week.
Okay. Who do that?
I'll do it.
No.
Everything.
I will do it. The first one who picked this wasn't you.
No one's doing it.
Yeah, it was you. I'll do it.
Do it.
So when I pick it, am I supposed to read it out? Or?
Yes, so that they know.
Yes.
Just gonna be fixed in the care, no.
Should I look into it or should it?
Don't look into it, just like.
Straight.
Wow.
Straight.
It's a green,
It's a green.
which means go.
It's a green.
Go.
Okay, yeah. So what do we have here? The next topic for next week, right? Yeah. Very interesting topic.
Tell us.
You will love it. Our viewers will love it. Should I read it?
I mean, this suspense.
Okay, so it said do the older generation really care and consider
Said you speak
the
scared.
younger?
I think this game.
Oh, listen, I'm not done. Let me start again. Do the older generation really care and consider the younger generations when taking actions?
Wow.
Interesting topic.
I think we'll have a lot to say
Next
next
week.
week.
Yeah, very interesting topic.
And I am
We can
expecting
relate.
to say a care note.
They can.
We can relate.
Yes, and before we end today's episode, would like to receive a tip of the day from
Priska.
Tina. Only Nigerian in
Yes.
Okay, so when I saw this fact, I was really amazed. So for people out there who you want to lose weight, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lose weight?
Nah, if you see me, do I look like I have to lose weight?
Sorry. Okay, so it says sleeping in a cold room can help you slim down.
I'm going to
Wow.
the north.
Please, can we sleep in freezers?
Oh, Charlie, you go feel
Like
like
big-
freezer.
Oh, and you be cold, so
Oh,
you can't
But
cold.
then that's actually interesting.
Oh,
So
that's
Wow,
interesting.
sleeping in
Yeah.
cold rooms,
can make
you
you
lose weight
or slim down.
or slim down.
Yes.
I hope you all heard it. Nice one.
Go.
We are going to slim down.
Go to the gym and buy deep freezers. I didn't say this.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the end of our pilot episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Tell us what you think in the comments below, and I hope you had fun with us, and you tell us your views on like most of the things we spoke about.
I hope you care because nobody cares about
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone.
I think one question I want to leave us with is: do you want politicians who care and like they just care, like they can't really do the work, or you want politicians who do the work and not necessarily care?
Wow.
I would love to hear like
Yeah,
people's comments.
people's views about the question.
So
Yeah.
feel free to tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Feel free to let us know if you side with care not. Okay.
Yes, and don't forget to follow us on our social media handles, which will be put down below for you.
Yeah. And subscribe. Do well to share this link to your loved ones and people you know will be concerned about this show.
Yeah. Tell them they shouldn't forget to smash. Smash the subscribe button.
And turn on the post notification.
Smash the subscribe button.
Don't know that bell.
Straight.
Bye.
Don't get lost.
Bye.
Bye. Catch you later.
Friend zone, Ellen Spice with a friend zone. We go hard in the friend zone. Talk a lot in the friend zone.